That's really funny. Woo! The Alliance is on fire. Oh, God. Welcome to another Wednesday call. Thank you very much for plugging in, whether you're listening in or whether you're watching on the video broadcast through the internet. We're fired up to have you. We're coming off an incredible week, and it looks like this week is just going to be unbelievable. We had, listen to this, 512 applications came in on Monday. We start having one day 512 applications. And so what did you do Tuesday? Well, Tuesday's not over till 12:30. We get our count at 8:30, so it's a little over 400. So I'm thinking another 500 for Tuesday. Bam, bam. We start knocking that out. But here is the most exciting thing that I'm seeing happening through the Alliance is we're bringing more people in than ever before. So the application count went from, it was 64 people had come in. I'm talking about contracted. Now when we start talking about put in class, like started licensing process, those numbers are going through the roof. But as far as already contracted, 64 brand new sent, that was Friday, Monday, and Tuesday, 64 new agents contracted, ready to go out in the field selling. So those numbers are going through the roof. So I can't wait, honestly, I can't wait to see them get up to 1,000 people coming in a week. It's going to be ballistic. And the way we're headed right now, it's going to happen. So thank you for plugging in. You are joining us in an exciting time this year, 2014. We're going to roll out our own insurance company. We're doing this, listen to this, we're doing a contest to the Greek Isles, a 7-night, 8-day cruise. We're doing an extension trip 2 days early. People can come into Venice 2 days early for 100,000 points. So what an incredible year and a time to be joining. If you've been with us a while, and you're saying now might be my year, I'm getting ready to get serious, I'm going to kick in, I know how you feel, because for 13 years I've been piddling with this thing. You say, well, you done pretty good. Well, I think you've done pretty good. I think you've done pretty good, Jason. Angel, I think you've done pretty good so far. Twig, I think you've done pretty good so far. I am going to get serious this year. Y'all do what y'all want to do, but this year, James and Jane, I'm going to bear down. As for me, as for my phone time, as for my dedication, as for my recruiting ability, as for my hitting the road, I am on it this year. Anybody wants to join me, bring it on, because here we go. Okay, so today we are cutting this call down to 1 hour. So I got to jam in stuff. Why are we doing that? Because at 1:30, so 1:30 Eastern time, we're going to shut this down, and I'm jumping on with agency managers and above. Check it out. Here's what I'm talking about. People right here. From this level right here and up, not on this side, not producer people. I love y'all, and I'm glad you got the commission level, but builders. Remember, this is producers. For the Alliance, what is a producer? He sells and he recruits. So you get 1,000 points for every single recruit. And you get 1,000 on average for a sale. Sometimes you get 4,000 points, and that's okay too. So over here you sell and recruit. Over here you build. What is build? That's when people copy you. See how there's nobody copying you over there? There's no circles below. Over here you have people underneath you. That's because you're getting people to copy you. It's building a massive organization that produces residual, ongoing income that you can pile on. I never was a big piler owner in Little League football. I thought the people were silly, come jumping around a pile of boys. It make no sense to me, just crazy jumping, but piling on where you're helping more people, I'm a big piler owner, okay? All right, so let's think. What are we going to get through today? We got a lot to get into. Let me start here. Product of the week, Forster's. Darwin, I believe you're going to be happy, buddy. Matter of fact, I got tons for you to do. Come on up, Darwin. Y'all give Darwin a hand. Grab it. Oh, you mic'd up. You are mic'd up. All right. So Darwin flew all the way down from Toronto, Canada. So
it's cold in the snow. It's cold and snowy here.
If y'all hadn't heard, we got about 2 inches of solid. I mean, it's not like it's melted. It's just solid 2 inches. And for Burlington, North Carolina, as well as a lot of places, 5-6 hours around here, that's just crazy talk for us. So good to have you here. 20-some degrees.
Great to be here.
So we're doing the prepared accidental product, which we asked y'all to build, and y'all built for us.
Yep.
And tell us a little bit about that product.
Well, that's a great product for many people, but young in particular, because they're really not facing health issues, and they have a propensity or a likelihood to die as a result of an accident. So it's good, affordable insurance. It's a term that has the duration of the coverage they want. Interestingly, it's one of the few products that exists where it gets cheaper as they get older because they become more mature and responsible, right? Theoretically. I'm not speaking about myself, but I'm going to get serious one day. Statistically, the law of large numbers say that.
Statistically speaking, older people have more intelligence. They're
right. Stop driving red cars and racing fast. And we're not talking Justin Bieber here. We're talking.
So since it's an accident, is this like real easy to issue?
It's very easy. There's only a few exclusions on the entire thing. It's a very short app. I'm sure somebody in here has put one in place. Yeah. You guys do a lot of it, so it is very easy.
Okay. All right, so at the hot spots, let's make sure everybody's clear across the country. What's a hot spot? If you're brand new, that's where we learn from each other. That's where we pat each other on the back. That's where we educate each other. That's where we learn the techniques for selling, the techniques for recruiting, the techniques for building. This is where it happens every week. It's where we get rejuvenated. So the hot spots, make sure you're training on prepared. Okay, next thing we had. Understand we didn't with the sunglass. What was the deal with sunglass? Did we miss giving them out at the convention?
Yeah, I think that maybe it was such a jam-packed event that we ran out of time and slipped our mind. But people have asked me since then, is the contest still on? Or,
what was the contest? What was the deal?
We were doing the top 40 personal producers, and then anyone that had 3 apps had their name go into a draw.
And it was a real nice pair of sunglasses.
It is. Oakley's, and they actually get to choose. There's going to be options. So those that are winners, which we're going to announce today, that are on the cruise, they'll get to pick out their sunglasses there.
Are you going to have that thing where you have just tons of them there, cases of them?
There was quite a selection. We talked about this in December. I don't see Chris Revison here, but there was choices.
So you get to pick what you want,
you get
and
to
then you take them back.
What style you like, and if you're female, there's some female options, and yeah.
All right, so these are the top 40 right here?
Yep.
All right, well, let's see. And this is... is that also another list of them?
Yeah, that was the number of legs with agents with 3 or more apps as well.
Is that a drawing, or are they winning?
No, those are the winner, and then the draws.
So we got 40 winners plus 8 winners?
Right, plus 10 winners in there.
And 10 winners.
Right.
Okay, you want to do the 40? Or do you want to get one of these participants to call out the 40?
Well, let's bring someone up. They're all dressed up and nice looking crowd, so why don't we bring somebody up?
Who do we go for?
Who's good with pronunciation? And
hey, we'll get Cuz.
Cuz, there you go. There you go.
Russ knows. Give Russ a hand. Cuz is in the house. All right. So these are Future So Bright. You got to wear shades. Winners.
Absolutely.
The top 40. Top 40 Foresters issue paid premium.
Correct.
And that was in the month of. Was that in
December,
1 month?
Right? We did that on, I think, around December 6th or something. We announced that.
Keep this in mind, because we are getting ready to do another Foresters crazy contest. So these people, crazier contest. Winners are.
You want the amounts also?
If you do the amounts, let's start at the bottom.
Okay, starting at the bottom. John Barlow, $6,944.63. Larry Williams, $6,989.61. Chris Baldwin, $7,041.12. Joe Dukes, $7,152.77. Mark Lawrence, $72.74.43.
You can skip the cents.
Okay. Can you help me out with this?
Where are we at?
Right here.
Ross Pierre.
Yeah, that's Ross Pierre.
Ross Pierre.
Sicko.
Okay. $7,281.
Okay, we're going to have to just do the names.
All right. Kevin Woolley, Virginia Charles, Gina Lane, James Hattie, Zach Sy, Chris Curtis, Eric Lardy, Sam Segal, Josh Savek, Gary Moore, Jay Turner, Christopher Lewis, Stephen Michael, Douglas Becker, Michael Rumbo, Chris Tinsman, Darrell Hill, Perrine Jabert, Diana Johnson, Jane Ben, Daniel Gillingham, Charlotte Nicotri, Elisa Jerome, Stephen Moore, Mark Hutchison, Kevin Davies, Kim Nelson, Kirk Shearer, Deshaun Morrison, Ray Manalis, Matt Goodrich, Amelia Snelling Saunders, Todd Haggerty, and there's only one number one, Ron Osias.
All these guys. Thank you, cuz. Thank you. Appreciate the help. That way we didn't have to mess up the names. Good job. So all those people have glasses, shades that will be awarded on the cruise.
Correct.
So on the cruise, we'll have big cases of these. They'll get several different varieties. They try them on. They pick what they want, and they're wearing them the rest of the week on the cruise.
Absolutely. Protecting from harmful UVs.
Oh, yeah. Foresters.
I've been watching a lot of the Weather Network recently.
Okay, so now these are winners also?
These are winners.
Okay, so the number of legs with 3, okay, let me draw this out. So people got this. So if number of legs with 3, so if you had this person and they sold 3 Foresters apps and this one sold 3+ apps and that's one, that would be 3 legs with 3 issue paid apps. Simple. If this is you and you had a guy and he rolled 1 Foresters, that don't count as an organization, right? So we had George Wilson. Listen to this. George Wilson had 5 organizations with 3+ Foresters applications. George Wilson, thank you. Michael Owens, 5 legs with 3+. Kevin Davies, 5. So all these guys won sunglasses. Chris Long had 6 legs, 6 different legs with 3+. Kyle Weinbrenner had 6 different organizations with 3+. Fitzgerald had 7 legs with 3+ Foresters issued in each leg. Stephen Davies had 8, and Bill Lampy had 11 legs with 3+. So Lampy is your Foresters guy.
He is the guy.
More
Thank
winners,
you, Bill Lampy.
More winners for shades. Now, this is the drawing, right?
Yeah, and we made an executive decision because Kevin Davies actually was in both and was so good that him and Nancy don't have to fight over. They don't have to share. They each get a pair, and presumably they're going male and female.
Oh, so they each get.
I saw their name twice, and we decided that. He's worth it if you're watching, Kevin.
He's watching, I guarantee you. Good job, Kevin and Nancy. Good job.
So now, these are
now
the drawings, right?
So, yeah. So, God, we have listed 165 people had 3 or more issue paid apps in December.
That's a lot of people.
So, from this 165, I'll tell you what, here's the 165.
Right.
Rather than call their names out, we're going to scroll them across the screen, and now you see them. These are the 165 names that are going to scroll across the screen. Okay, so they just scrolled across the screen. Way to go. You can look at them. And
it's right there, too, electronically.
So let's do this. Twig Rollins, why don't you come up here and draw out the names. Let me give you the mic. Or you draw it out. So let's do first one. Who is going to win a pair of Oakley
sunglasses?
Oakley sunglasses.
Timothy Moose.
Timothy Moose. Woohoo! Who's next? Jeremy Patton. Jeremy Patton. Stanley Aldridge. How many we got? Somebody keeping count?
That's 3.
4.
Heather Martin.
Heather Martin. Good stuff.
Michael Smith.
What's that?
5.
5.
Down at the bottom.
Mix it up. Mix it up. Jaime Komatsu.
Woo! Go
Jason
Rancho.
Carey organization. Christian Bigardi.
Biscardi. What's that?
Christian,
7?
good job.
7. Final
more,
3.
three more.
Final 3.
3.
Yep.
Okay.
It's 10, right?
Todd Hayes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Todd Hayes.
Todd Hayes. And
Cattersill Blue.
Cattersill Blue. You are in the house.
Last
This
one.
is it.
Last
this is your
one.
chance to win sunglasses. Not your last chance because we got more contests coming up. These companies, I love them. Last one is Ben Smallage. How about that, baby?
All right. Thanks,
All
Twig.
right, hold on to that. Thank you very much. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. We're good. Appreciate it, Twig. Thank you. Take the mic, keep the mic, keep the mic. You can keep it. We're going to need somebody else up here. Okay, so top 40. Those are the winners there. Okay. This is awesome. Okay,
That
next,
was December.
Next.
We're not done.
Yeah, we're not done.
Right.
Okay. All right, so you guys keep blowing our mind with stuff y'all are doing. The Smart UL, did you see the numbers of Smart UL that are coming in?
I did.
And I know we can triple our number of prepared. When people understand it, it's an easy add-on.
Yep.
By the way, the average premium for the Smart UL is over $1,400 per app. So and I'm hearing it's issuing like that.
Yeah, I had 2 emails, one from Chadwick Ray earlier this week, and then Jason Thornton. And Smart UL has now been the #1 product on our e-app. So it used to be Strong Foundation, but it's all the rage. And just a little plug, you can do Smart UL on Decision Express as well. So Twig and I were talking about that earlier today, and not everybody knows that. So all our non-med products you can actually do with Aptical telephone interview, know the eligibility at the end of the call. So somebody getting started might benefit from that because they know at the end of that call whether they're going to be able to move forward or have to switch gears and look at something else.
So hot spots this week, let's get that information out to every single person, almost like we grill them. Like just test them. It's not not trying to put them on the spot. What we're trying to do is make sure everybody gets this stuff.
That's it.
Because knowledge used. So we get this information and use it. Okay, now,
and by the way, I think the numbers are going to change because we're bringing out that term portfolio in February as well. So I'm sure we'll start to see Strong Foundation again, or it's going to be a real nice race. But
when's that coming out?
Last week of February. So you'll have 20, 25, and 30-year term fully guaranteed, right? So.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, this is the year. There's so much stuff coming out. And listen to this. Y'all don't know this yet, but that term product will be part of our insurance company with Alliance Life USA.
Right.
You understand what I'm telling you? Yeah. So the way it works, we'll start, it's leaking out. You know what I mean? You can't tell me nothing. You know what I mean? It's leaking out.
I can't say anything.
It's leaking out, but that product will actually be part of our portfolio in our insurance company in Alliance Life USA. And we've said this before, but it's ALUSA, and if you notice, the U is right in the middle. Because we are right in the middle. All of you are right in the middle of Alliance Life USA, and that product is going to be key.
Absolutely.
And that product is going to pay fast and process. I'm telling you, this machine is getting ready to go crazy. All right.
Woo!
So, woo! Okay, I want to show y'all 2020. I want to make sure you understand. Now Foresters, Darwin calls. I love those shoes. I'll tell you what, Foresters, you guys smoke, man. You just guys are rocking. Okay, they said, we have money and we want to support 2020. And they said, we want to understand it. So here's the way 2020 works. We want you to write $20,000 issue premium per month, and we would like for you to put in 20 personal directs. Okay? Now, over here on this chart, we give you 1,000 points per credit. So if you can see, that ends up being a 20,000 points of personal production. Is that, yes, 20,000 personal points. But it's 20 recruits, 20,000. So we said, what can we do? Because now, by the way, when NAA does it, that's all carriers combined. Forrester said, well, you know how partial we are to Foresters. And I was like, I understand that. So we said, let's come up with a contest for a 90-day contest, which will start tomorrow.
Right.
February. It's our first week of February, the way our points count. So a 90-day contest, what can we do? Do you want to talk more about it, or you may keep going?
You keep going. Because I've had the Cole's Notes version earlier, and I'm starting to understand 2020, but just know that we're here to support, and maybe we'll talk about some of these other things.
They're just here to support. I love it. All right. So here's the program. Starting 90 days, how many, if this is you right here, how many, if you hire a person up in Boston, that's 1. Person out in California, that's 2. Southern California, 3. East Coast, 4. How many personal people can you hire? That's going to go on this side. So in the next 90 days, let's do this. Where's the mic? You got the mic? Licensed agent. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're a licensed agent. How many personal people you think you can recruit in the next 90 days, Twig? Okay.
30.
Get your mind right quickly. 30?
30.
Okay, so he's going for 30. Okay? How much personal production for Foresters? Foresters only, do you think you can produce in the next 90 days?
30,000.
30,000. So he's thinking in the next 90 days, his will be 30,000, and we'll give him 1,000 points, 30,000. Okay? So let's do this. Pass it over to Jason Carey. So he says 30,000, 30,000 in the next 90 days. This is Forrester's issue paid premium. Okay? And this is personal recruits. Okay? So what do you think, Jason?
45 on the recruits.
45 on the recruits. So we'll give him 45,000 points. And what do you think on issue paid Forresters?
40,000.
40,000. Now I'm going to tell you, here's the thing.
The Price is Right.
They don't know why. They don't know why they're trying to do this other than we tossed it out there. Let's pass it back to Cuz, see what Cuz thinks he can do. Now would be the time for you to hold up your Go Rancho, because see the video, they're doing it right through there. There's Cuz behind you. Okay, Cuz, what do you think?
Well, on the issue page side, if Twig can do 30, I know I can do 35.
35,000? And how many personal recruits think you could put up?
Well, if he can do 30, I can do 31.
31,000 points. Okay, so here is what we're going to determine the champion. And nobody's giving me a better suggestion. If I had a better suggestion, I'd go with it. But here's what we're going to go with. We'll look at these numbers, and we'll take the smaller of the two. And that'll be the determined number. In this case, his number's 30,000. Let's see, 45,000, 31,000, 35. So we'll go with 40,000. So 40,000 would be the winner. We're going to take this right here because of his 2, that's the smaller. Of his 2, the smaller is 31, so 31,000. And then of these 2, 30,000. So in this case, Jason wins, Cuz comes in second, and Twig comes in third because he picked number 1. Okay. So
Hypothetical.
Hypothetical. All right, so you got it? This is a pattern, you understand. Left side is issue paid Forrester's premium in a 90-day total starting tomorrow, and then personal recruits starting tomorrow. So it's a 90-day run.
And personal production.
It's personal production.
Right.
And managers, here's the funny thing. I always like it when managers say, what we going to get? Look, dude, do you understand? Let me tell y'all, this is about a $50,000 promo. And managers, if you're an agency manager, first of all, you sell, Jason's agency manager, and you recruit, you can win. And then there's big guys that don't sell a lot and they say, I can't win. Do you understand that if Forrester's is pouring $50,000 down into your hierarchy, you don't have to put a dime in, and that's going to drive that production up. So you are making a ton of money. We are getting the benefit all across the nation of what Forrester's is throwing into our organization. If you want to do a contest on top of theirs, like if you want to buy yourself something and then run something for your group, you can do that.
Sure.
And Darwin would love it.
I support that.
He supports that.
I'm all over that.
Our base is running a 2020 contest for tickets to a hockey game. You could do 2020 contests for a dinner. Anything you want to do in addition to this. This is just what Forrester's is throwing out. So at the end of 90 days, we will calculate your personal production and your personal recruits. And
what do they get?
What do we get? What do we get for it? Other than your name up in lights, what do we get? Okay.
Do they have
Are you ready?
electronically?
I think
This
we
is
do
cool.
have. We do have.
You're going to like this.
I think you're going to like this deal. All right. So this is what we're talking about, right?
That's it. Oh, they put it together that
Am I out
quick.
of the way enough? Let me get over here with you.
Okay, so you got
All
your
right,
tier 1.
So Darwin, give him a shot.
Okay,
so
so
if you rank
1, 2, or 3. Again, it's about options, just like the sunglasses. And hopefully I have this right. So this is like a MacBook, a notebook, right?
Okay, this is not an iPad.
No.
It's
This
a Mac
is the laptop
Air
deal.
laptop computer.
Right. I probably have a 13-inch MacBook Air. Yes. Right. This is a beautiful jacket. My other jacket's back there, but I'm not eligible in the
Hey,
contest.
you have a jacket. Bring a jacket. Is that his brown jacket?
Yeah,
Rest-
it's sitting behind
Grab it,
there.
Billy. Throw me the jacket up
This
here.
is a beautiful jacket. I mean, I really like mine, and I got this from Andy back in 2005.
I've got mine. Y'all seen me wear this brown jacket, but he's wore his more.
I've worn it out. But people say, hey, where'd you get that? They think I just bought it, and it's like, it's probably worth more now than it was then, but I don't care. I'm keeping it. It's mine. But I do like this jacket. And then check this out. Tag watches. Tag watches. Lady or men, because again, we're not going to discriminate. Everybody's eligible to win. Pretty cool. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then for the next tier, 4 to 8, You can have, you might not be able to see it, this is a 60-inch TV. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, 60-inch TV. That's a big TV. They want one for their TWC in here, I understand. That's probably what, back there, Mac 40? Yeah, so 60-inch TV. Now this is an iPad Air. Still not bad what I'm talking about. And then apparently the ladies in the office were quite excited about this. This is a Yves Saint Laurent bracelet. And it's
He
got,
says that different from me.
yeah, it's French. Saint
I
Laurent,
think it's Yves Saint Laurent.
Yves Saint Laurent. Now I'm going to switch over here. So now we're going to 9 to 14. All right. So this is an iPhone 5, which is one of the options. And their first quarter sales of 5 last year were bigger than the year before. I think it's like 29 million phones or 51 million. It's ridiculous. I really like this one. $700 travel certificate for Southwest. So when you're going to hot spots and going to LeadCon or wherever you're going, you got a nice little thing with Southwest, a great airline to fly. And now this is I think a Dan Yorman bracelet, or Michael Yorman, Jane, I got that right?
What do you call it? David Yerman.
David.
It's a
David.
David Yerman.
It's close.
It's a David Yerman bracelet.
All right. And now we're getting down to 15 to 20. This is another beautiful jacket. Same line of clothes as this one. Everybody's wearing these headphones now if you're on planes or anywhere, right? Everybody's got them on. I feel like I need to get a new pair. And then this was just added. I don't even know this watch, but it's another beautiful watch. Right? That's probably in this category here. Sorry, Andy. Here we go. What's it say there? No, that says a bracelet.
Where are we?
I don't know.
Here we go.
Is that it? But it's about
Oh, it's
choice.
It's another Michael Kors. It's a Michael Kors
Kors.
mid-size black stainless steel twisted Camille 3-hand glitz watch. Is what that is.
That's a mouthful.
Okay, let me tell you this. This is a new magazine I got, and I saw that jacket, and I said, I'm buying that jacket. I need a good excuse. Look it up. It's a 1816 manufactured. That's about a $1,600 jacket.
Woo!
And I'm going to get them embossed. I mean, either embossed or if I can get it, if there's any way possible, I'm going to get the Alliance and Foresters put on it so it'll become a traditional jacket like that one
That
that
is
you
very
have
cool.
for 10 years.
There you
and
go.
I'm not kidding. I wear mine all the time. And this is an 1816. I can't remember how much it was. I want to say
Might even be
600.
on there. Chris
yeah,
changed
about
this
$600 for this one. So what Revis tried to do was pick something so everything is around these, what do you call those, beats? Is that what you
Beats.
call them? So in the $500, $700 range right here, $1,600, $1,800 range over here. I don't get these people that are putting in 20 wide and 20,000 issue paid are going to get a television.
Yeah, it would
I
be
have a problem with
useless.
that.
Right. They'll never have time to watch it.
I'm like, who the heck's going to watch that? These people have got a dream. They're
One of
trying to
these.
change people's lives. But you can still get, if you want to pretend like, you can get you a 60-inch TV.
Give it to a friend.
Or you give it to a friend, the kids.
Right.
And this, put it in the office, yeah. Okay, so this is all awesome stuff. Now, if you're below, so it's the top 20
Right.
in the 2020 contest of Foresters. All right? This is a lot of money.
I'm trying to do
here.
the math on this. I hope it all worked out. I might not see you at too many meetings in the future, but I hope you enjoy your prizes.
All right.
All right.
So-
but there's more, right?
But there's more.
Because what do we want to do? I think we want to reward
Okay, so
21 to 50.
all right, let's do this. So you got the contest. So 1 to 3. So 3 of them had the big prize. It goes all the way to 20. Let's just do that.
Right.
So 20 plus. How many more people are we going to reward something?
30.
30 more people. So there's 30 more people that are going to get something. And here's
What are you thinking?
my pick. Okay? All right, first of all, if you're in our top 50, okay, hold on to that. I recommend these 2 books is what you get. For one is you were good, but you wasn't great. Okay?
Said that earlier.
Good to great. You were good, and we love you, but this is good to great. Okay?
right.
And you also
book.
get a free copy of Malcolm Gladwell. Y'all remember this? Tipping Point,
Blink.
Blink, several incredible. Was he Freakonomics?
No, that wasn't
That
Malcolm.
was not Malcolm.
I
That
was
was
still trying to
another
remember the
crazy
third
dude.
name. Yeah, that was.
So he has got his greatest book Outliers.
That's it.
Outliers. Everybody loves out. If you by the way, if y'all notice, the Alliance reads books.
Yeah.
We grow inside before we grow outside. We're all about that. This book is, listen to this, it's for underdogs, misfits, and the art of battling giants. So I thought that was great because if you may already go ahead and get the book, but we're going to give you a free one in addition. So we two books.
Okay.
And then the other thing is that we thought about, that we thought would be nice, and y'all tell us what you think about this, but we had so many people. You need 100,000 points to go on a Greek Isle cruise. I think I've got that right here. So on this cruise, we're going to go from Venice down to Olympia. No, you're right. We go to Corfu, and then from Corfu, we go to Santorini. For Santorini, we go to Mykonos, then we're at Olympia, and then we go back home to Venice, okay? So there's 100,000 points needed. We're so upset. We are so upset because we had people at last time were like within 100 points, and we're like, oh, and they want to go, and they got one issue paid, and it just needed to be back. Oh, it's so upsetting.
So you're going to give them 100 points?
Yeah, so we should get, what I'm going to do is, we're going to throw in 100 free points. So if you do 99,900, we're giving you 100 points. So if you're number 30, 31, no, 21, 20, all the way down to 50. So number 21 to number 50 gets an extra 100 points toward their cruise, so you don't cut it close.
Well, we're really pouring into this. I don't know. 100?
What do you give, 150?
150? 200?
200 points?
You can go higher. Come on.
1,000.
1,000 points would help a lot.
500 points, they say. I heard
You're not mic'd
500
up.
points. So now, if you do 99,500,
You're a lot.
you are a lot. So please don't cut it within 500 points. Go way over. But if you do, now wait a minute. That's not for everybody. It's only for these people that write foresters and produce for foresters and personal directs. Because keep in mind, if you write 200,000 with foresters and you recruit 2, your number is 2,000. So 2,000 versus 200,000, you ain't in this. You don't get anything. So, what do you say? 1,000? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that looks a little light.
Okay. All right. So if
Round
you
numbers.
do 99,000,
It's good thing the show's only an hour.
99,000 points, we will go ahead and bump you over if you've already won this. Matter of fact, what we'll do is, if you're in the 21 to 50, so that's 30 people, if you're in that category, we'll give you these 2 books, Good to Great, and Malcolm Gladwell's
David and Goliath.
And we will pop 1,000 points on to your cruise. So if you're close, we don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. It's a done deal. Is that good? So we got jackets, TVs. You're wanting to go up, ain't you?
I don't know. Maybe I'd like to see it a little bit higher, but I'd have to go by the group. Double it. I don't know. 2,000? I may regret this, but I think 2,000 is a great idea, Angela. We're buying TVs and tag watches, and
It seems like a lot to me.
it does. It does. We're going back to Timex on the watches. Oh, you mean the cruise points was a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, where were we at? 1,000? What is that percentage-wise? 1%. Our sales tax in Canada is 13%.
These-
So it just seems low.
$10,000 cruise.
Yeah, it's a fantastic
And
trip.
this could bump them over to the extension because you
Oh.
only need, what's the rule? Are the rules on here? What do you need? Are the rules? Yeah, they are.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
can, you qualify
could-
for the
see,
extension.
yeah, at 150,000, you get an excursion. At 200,000, you get a VIP
Private
dinner,
dinner.
and
Wow.
you get 2 extra nights
In Venice.
in Venice if you did 200,000. So if you did 199,000, that bumps you up for an extension
It
trip.
does. That's good for those people that are at 199,000. Just saying. Look at that. 2,000.
It does have a 2 in it.
It does.
Technically, if you do 2020,
Look at that. It's very symbiotic.
and it's
I
just like
it.
that right
Yeah.
there, symbolism.
2,020 points. Look at that. That's right on. Preston, could you track this on your
2,000
leaderboard? And 20 points.
20
2020.
points.
Why didn't we think of that? Done. Very gracious. Very gracious.
If this costs
Do I get
us,
to welcome back?
if this costs us $10,000,
Is this my last TWC?
Foresters is coming up with the money.
All right.
Okay, so you get 2,020 points if you're in the
21 to
in the
50.
21 to 50. So you don't get the, if you're in the top 20, you get the prize. You don't get the 2,200 points.
Oh.
But if you're in number 21 to 50, you get 2,200 points through in there. So people always say, well, we're getting any points for the cruise for recruiting. Yes, on the 2020 contest, there is a way.
Well, 1 to
Okay,
1 to
all right.
20 get all
I'm
those
probably
points
out
on
of time.
production, right?
All right.
Thank you for everything.
Dude, that is an incredible contest. Y'all got it? Hold
Hope
on.
you
hold on.
enjoy
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's all right.
That's
all
some
right.
great prizes.
I want to do it again. I want to tell them again, but that's here you go. All right, 2020 contest. You get 2,020 points, or you get this $1,600 jacket. I'm telling you, the jacket is awesome. We'll get it embossed. We'll get it embroidered. It's going to be, you're going to love it. Okay, there's all the pictures. Here you go. You can put those up on your contest. Let's see. Jeff Bright. Jeff Bright is the assistant to the vice president, or assistant to the president at Alamance Community College, and he travels 160 companies in North Carolina. He does a lot of consulting for us. He's going with us to Cabo. He's going to do some teaching. I think, is Jeff Bright, are you on the line with us, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
So we had a meeting with the top 7, the 7 top guys and myself, so considered top 8 people in the Alliance Sunday night. And we had an intense conversation. We're going to share a little bit of that today with you, everybody that's listening in. So you're going to hear that. And afterwards, we're going to have a meeting with the agency managers that we're going to get more in depth. So I want to share with you what we talked about and then what I want to teach on that y'all are going to hear more at Hotspot. So Jeff Bright, if you don't mind, buddy, I'm taking notes, and I'd love to listen in on these comments.
Okay, thank you, Andy. Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here with you today. I'm going to talk about the power of association. And some of you that have heard me speak on stage at some of the events, I've talked about the power of association and how I am so impressed that the Alliance actually, with your events that I go to, I sense that you have this thing that a lot of people look at as a mystery called the power of association. Let's talk about what that is a little bit, and then I'm going to give you 5 rules of thumb that you could take away, some takeaways today that you might be able to use in your organization. I always believe that, I was told as a youngster that you are what you eat. I think that also applies to you are who you associate with. You attract people to you, and by doing that, you take on some of their characteristics. So my advice for you today would be start associating with people who have the same dreams and goals as you do. Because you've heard this said before, success breeds success. This is why the rich get richer. Hanging with like-minded people is a process. Doesn't happen overnight, but it is a process. And if you believe that, you also buy into the fact that it is what we call having a sticking effect. Those values that you hang around on a consistent basis will have this thing called the sticking effect. Now, I have talked numerous times at NAA to some of the classes about the moral community. We can't just talk about hanging around successful people without talking about hanging around people with the right values and goals. So the moral community, I wanted to educate you a little bit today about that. In the United States, we only spend in our public schools, on the average, in a semester, 16 hours on the moral community. That's a drop in the bucket. In Japan, they spend, on the average, 320 hours a semester on the moral community. Now, I would like to tell you a little story about some people that I've kept up with that used to live in the United States, and they moved their family to Japan. And the lady was an HR person in the United States, and her husband got a better job in Japan. They moved over there. And she'd go to work every day. She'd have to take her daughter to school over there, and she was learning the Japanese language. And she went through the training that they give them in the public schools about how to create the moral community. The lady told me an interesting story one time. She said that she dropped her wallet on the subway over there. It had $425 in it. She went to the Lost and Found that they have all over Japan. She went to the nearest Lost and Found, and her wallet was turned in within an hour. And it had all the money in it. Right after that, her and her daughter were on the subway. Her daughter saw a quarter on the ground. She picked it up and said, "Mommy, we've got to go turn this in." And being the good American that her mother was and the influence she had from this country, she goes, "No, for a quarter, we just put that in our pocket." She goes, "No, Mommy, I was taught we have to take that quarter and turn it in." And she said, "I had to get off the nearest stop and turn that quarter in and make my daughter understand that, what she was learning was important." So I bring that out because a great author that I read, John Maxwell, he said, "Associate and place yourself with an environment that is conducive to the values that you have." That is the moral community. That is NAA. We have a great moral community within NAA, and that's part of the mystery that a lot of my companies don't understand about NAA, that they have created that. Moving on, perception is everything. If people see you hanging out with successful people, then they will just surmise that you are also successful. And this successful feeling that they have and you have about being around each other, this is what creates contacts. Contacts are vital in everybody's business, not just your business. And what I do at the college, it's vital that I make contacts. And I learned the power of contacts when I was in college. Even before that, in high school, I played a lot of different sports. But I knew if I continued to play football, I wasn't going to make the contacts that I needed to make. So I concentrated on tennis. I was raised in a very poor family. We didn't have much. I walked on and got a tennis scholarship. And when you play tennis, you generally will play in clubs and country clubs, and you'll hang around people that not only have money, but they have contacts. And by me choosing to play tennis and getting that scholarship in college and playing tennis afterwards, I got to go places and be around people that had a whole lot more than I did. And I attribute me sitting here talking to you today about association and the house that I'm sitting in today and the job I have is because of those contacts that I developed playing tennis. They are very powerful. Okay, moving on. According to Harvard research, the number one skill that separates successful people from unsuccessful people is associating, which they mean is the ability to successfully connect. That seamless connection seems to take unrelated people and make them related, and that is the key. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple Computers, told a reporter once, "Success is just connecting things." He said, "We need to seek diverse experiences and ideas because people alone do not have enough dots to connect. And they consequently will end up doing everything in a very linear way. and come up with very limited linear solutions. Without looking at broad perspectives, he said, we cannot solve problems. He also went on to say, it comes down to trying to expose yourself to the best things that humans have done and then try to bring those things into what you're doing every day. He quoted Picasso, the famous author, the famous artist. Picasso said, good artists copy, great artists steal. Jobs was not talking about stealing as much as he was reinforcing the notion of association. I would like to share with you the 5 rules of thumb that allow you to experience this power of association. Rule number 1. Your alignment determines your assignment in life. Your alignment determines your assignment in life. What I'm talking about here is never tell your problems to those who cannot contribute to solutions. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. You need some people in your life who don't see what you see. They don't hear what you hear. They don't know what you know. And vice versa. Rule number 2. Your position determines your possession. Your position determines your possession. Not everyone has the right to speak for your life. It is better to be alone than in the wrong company. With some people, you spend an evening. With others, you will invest that evening. Rule number 3. Who you see determines who sees you. Show me your friends, and I'll tell you who you are. I cannot give you the formula for success today, but I can give you the formula for failure, which is try to please everybody. You're not going to be able to do it. Rule number 4. Perception influences acceleration. Perception influences acceleration. We must understand that real change starts in your mind. Evil communication corrupts good manners. Don't listen to frightened people, what I call chicken littles. And for you wise out there, that's an old nursery rhyme or story about a chicken that cried, the sky is falling. Don't hang around with these people that every day the sky is falling. Don't hang around frightened people. Being successful is a mindset more than it has to do with anything to do with knowledge. And the last rule of thumb, number 5, your network determines your net worth. Your network determines your net worth. The more you associate with productive people, the more your life will improve. I believe that wholeheartedly. If you want to be rich, choose your friends carefully. Birds of a feather flock together. You will not hear about valuable information that's going to help you move on in your life from your poor friends. So, ending up with that one, I'd like to say that just summarizing this, place yourself around greatness and you will be great. That's all I have for you today. I appreciate the time, Andy.
Jeff Bright, give him a hand, guys. Thank you very much, buddy.
You're welcome. I'll talk
So
to you
he threw that out, and then we went at it for about an hour and 15 minutes about understanding the power of this and what we can create in the next 11 months, what we can create this year, and then what we can create the next 5 years. It was intense, okay? So I'm going to share a little bit more about it, but with the agency managers, we're really going to get into it. I had a couple quick things to mention, then I want to come back to this and talk about the power. I mean, this is big, it's simple, but this is huge concept. It's one of those, there's one of those, Newton, what's the other great inventor? He said the ability to take something and make it so simple is genius. Einstein said the ability to take something insanely complicated and make it that simple is genius. And that's what we're working on. And you say, and I'm just telling you, little stuff like this can blow it up. Okay. All right, here's some things I want to mention. War parties. We have now announced where we are going to be on these special war parties. We are March 24th. This is a little ways out. So we want you to think about it though, put it on your calendar, March 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. I will be in Dallas, Phoenix, Rancho Cucamonga, Seattle, and Fitz and a team will be in Columbus, Philly, Burlington, and Orlando, okay? And let's see, so then these are the people that are going to be with us, all right? So this is Fitz's team, and this is my team that's going out. Let's blow up each one of these cities, we'll have people in them. All right, next, I hate to even mention another name of a company. We're going to say Foresters, but then I'm going to say this. Phoenix is coming out with a term product that we are helping them build. Jim Henson's helping design, and we are naming it. And we have sent out a survey, but we need your suggestions so you can help name it. And it's the same way we did Strong Foundation. It's been an unbelievable product, and now it's rolling out new. So it's going to blow people's minds. So Phoenix is coming out with a term that has some other options. I'm sure they will like some of the people that Foresters may not prefer to issue. They may have a different version. Okay, Book of the Month, Secret to Success, Eric Thomas. We still have a shortened down clip from the things he said. As a matter of fact, my favorite part was him screaming from stage and holding up the Millionaire Maker Manual. That's a great little video. So his book is one of the books of the month. It's called The Secret to Success. He copied mine. Mine's the 8 secrets. So he said, I can do it in 1 secret to success. It's really a lot of secrets in there. And, the GS3 that I talk about so much, where I say get people started, goal set, and go serve them, those 3 things, that video and that training is on NAA University. So if you go there and check it out, there are tons of free courses on there that have videos, checkup sheets. Yes, Billy? Right here behind me. So there it is. So when you go to it, that's what it looks like. It's me talking to Jeff Gardner and doing the get started, goal set, and go serve. So all that, and then it includes a quick reference sheet and a worksheet that you can get people to do in these hot spots that when you're talking to a new person. So all this educational stuff, I love what NAA University is doing. And okay, so those are the details that I need to get out. Now, I want to come back to what Jeff had here, and I want to get into, well, there's a couple things I want to do real fast. How much time have I got? No time. All right, success stories. I want to mention these to you. Who you associate with at these hot spots, on the phone. Who do you call? Who do you talk to? People that are doing good. Here are some good ones. Kirk and Aaron Shearer in the Weinbrenner organization. Awesome couple. 10 personal direct fast tracks. So they put them in class 2 weeks ago. That is 2 times better than their best week in 2013. So in 2013, take their best. They've already had a week this year that's double that. That was 2 weeks ago for them. Over the past 2 weeks, they have had 15 personal direct fast tracks completed, which is, again, double their best 2-week period of 2013. Greg and Chris Scheitland put in 2 fast tracks, which is Greg and Chris have been putting in 1 and 1 and 1 all last year, a lot of weeks, 2 last week. Greg and Chris Scheitland. So I'm going like, this is taking. Twig Rollins right here, 5 personal direct fast tracks completed last week, double your best week in 2013. Okay, let's see. James Hill, James and Jane right here, get a shot of them. Personal direct 8 personal direct recruits in the last 2 weeks. That's better than any 2-week period last year. So we're in January and you've already beat any 2-week period you had last year. Steve Moore, this is a good one. Steve Moore, down in Chadwick Ray's group, recruited 2. That means contracted 2 people. That means they're licensed, signed up, ready to sell, and he's written 11,000 issue paid. So if you look at a 2020 deal, if that was all Foresters, he would have 11,000 and 2,000, right? Just in a week. So the question is, how is he going to keep going on the recruits? And then, of course, it starts this week. Margie Wilson, part of Fitz's organization, 2 direct recruits contracted and $5,800 in premium last week. Dane Levine recruited 2 last week, and this month he submitted $29,000 in premium. Okay, so those are what we're seeing is more and more people are recruiting multiple people in a week. So the goal is 5 in a week. The goal is 5,000 issue paid premium, and that'll put you at 20,000 plus. Now, people say, is that what you expect of people? No, I expect people to do what they can do. If it's 10,000 in a month, if it's 4,000 a month. But what I'm saying is if you're selling 4,000, you ought to try to recruit 4. You ought to try to balance your business, because producing, recruiting yields building. And building is when people copy you. So you want to be something worthy of being copied over here. All right, so success people, you need to see that. That's good stuff right there. Okay, now, here is the big deal that I want to get across. And this could be, this could be so much more. I can't, I have very limited time, so I'm going to draw you a picture. And the way NA works, your why, what do you want? The power of your why. And we've talked a lot about the why. What do you want in life? One of the things that the Alliance talks about all the time, or 3 of the things, is prosperity, inspiration, and eternity. If that's what drives you to the end. For my son, right now he wants to play professional hockey. I know kids that want to play professional football, professional basketball. The why, understanding that. How do you get the why? Well, my son says, can I go to Heartland hockey camp? What do you do when you go to a Hurricanes hockey game? You see Eric Stahl. You see the professionals. If I can get him to hang out with these people, all that does is intensify the why. When we go to hotspots, what we do is we seek out the people that are winning. We associate. The why is what's going to take you through, listen to this. I hate to say it like this, but the grueling, the mundane, the boring, the stuff, the junk. The power of the why is what gets you through the junk. You say, well, Andy, wait a minute. Are you telling me what we do is junk? I'm telling you that what football players do is, listen to this. Here's one of my favorite ones. I'm not going to do it on TV for you because it hurt my knees, my shoulders, my leg, my head, all over. It's called an up-down. They drop down on the ground and then they get back up. And you go, professionals don't do that. Yes, they do. They do these things called push-ups. They get on the floor and they push them. How mundane is that? How grueling is that? How boring is pushing yourself up, dropping yourself down? What happens is they associate. They go to, listen to this, they go to the Hall of Fame and they look and they imagine and they dream. What our hot spots are is they are a chance. Now, what else do you get when you go to watch these professionals? We saw a guy last week, Spencer showed me this. He's skating down on ice with a stick in his hand and a little puck, and he does this. He comes across, how can I say this? If this is a guy, he does this. He takes the puck here, lets it drift to here. He takes a stick, puts a stick behind his legs, and hits the puck in the net in front of the goalie. It's bizarre. I'm not kidding you. He's skating down. He's got the puck out here. He skates by the puck, it takes his stick, reaches between his legs, and hits the puck and goes in the net. Nathan Gerby did it. Spencer's like, oh my God. And I said, Spencer, how many times do you think he's done that in practice? And he said, Daddy, thousands of times. It was probably boring. Well, then why, when it happened, did he skate like this and do like, ah? Why was he so fired up? Because he did it when it mattered. And the reason he was successful in the game is because he did it down here. If we want to win the Greek cruise, if we want this ring, if you want this ring, you want this level, what you want is going to be realized. You learn the techniques. You associate with people at our hot spots. Our hot spots are right now unbelievable place to hang out. It's a place you can feel a part of. You can ask questions. You can learn. One of the things that I want people to do this week, Jason, is tear out this page right here. I want you to tear out this page. It's on page 179. It's why you must attend all meetings. And I want you guys to tear out these pages right here and read them. And I want you to get people's mind right. This is why we go to meetings. Because there's a reason for having meetings, and you should attend all of them as if it were mandatory. It's not mandatory. You don't have to. But in my son's mind, practice at hockey, practice at lacrosse is mandatory. He don't have to go, but in his mind it is. And you flip it over, and it gets all. The best training can be found where you learn to do simple little things that can make all the difference in your business. The meetings are where you go to find out about simple little things that make all the difference in your business. But listen to this, leaders. We need people using those words. That is what my man said right here. Where is it? Harvard Business School. They attribute the success based on your associates, connections, and the group you hang around with. Picasso said a great painting is based on feel. Feel comes from your environment. The environment we're creating once a week is called hot spots. Attend all meetings, these hot spots, but understand why. By creating opportunities for discussions, meetings provide information that will help you track performance, goals, and profitability. Who wants those things? They will also help you learn how to sell through associating with people who are successful. Get excited, blah, blah, blah. This is good stuff right here. But we need to duplicate it. Tear out page 179, 180, and 181. All the way to attend those meetings, guys. It's 3 pages. Rip that one right there out. Get through that one. Rip that one out of your book. That takes us all the way through step 6. Successful people are driven, motivated, energetic, positive thinkers. They're winners. If you do not associate yourself with winners, how can you expect to win? But we got to get people seeing each one of these words highlighted. Okay? All right, guys, look. Thank you for plugging into the TWC. Jeff Bright, thank you. We missed Tim Goad. He's going to be with the agency managers. Mark Vickers, we love you. Our team, Fitz, Lampies, guys, let's make this thing happen. We will see y'all soon. Agency managers, plug in. We're going to do it right now. Love you. Bye.
The heart of every movement is the individual who makes a decision that something matters. A decision that something needs to change.
Don't get caught up with the destination. Fall in love with the process.
We will not be denied. We refuse to lose, and we will fight to unite regardless.
Understand this is the right time. We're in the right place. We're fighting the right battle. We're looking for people who want to be the warriors on the right team. Are you willing to join us?
You've been blessed with an opportunity, but the opportunity itself is not going to be what blesses you. What blesses you is how you grind, how you work with this opportunity, how you sweat with this opportunity, how you sacrifice with this opportunity.
And we dream.
Are you willing to go out and fight for your family? Are you willing to fight for your freedom, to fight for your independence?
And we struggle.
I did not quit. And every day I thank God I didn't give up.
And we fight.
I, in 2014, am choosing. I am fighting to unite.
And we overcome.
To be part of such a team like this right here, and a team like this right here, this is a dream come true. But let me be crystal clear. This is only the beginning.
Everything you need to get where you need to be is inside of you. Stop whining and tap into your greatness.
We need for you to make a difference. America needs it. Your family needs it. You need it.
One, two, three,
Listen, man, this is amazing. This is my first time I have ever gone on an Alliance trip, I guess you could say. I am local here in Vegas, but they still put us up at the Paris Hotel, which is an amazing hotel. For those of you who have not been here, you got to experience it. And I gotta admit, guys, this is the first time I have ever held a gun in my entire life was today. They took us to this place called The Range. Unreal. I cannot believe how crazy this is. The adrenaline starts pumping. You're nervous at first, kind of like when you first meet, like Andy Albright, right? So you first meet him, you're real nervous. And then, but you just go for it. You just got to pull the trigger, and the adrenaline starts flowing. You settle down a little bit, and it feels amazing. I'm telling you guys, the association here, the experiences that we're having, getting to know everyone, this is amazing. You guys have got to figure this out. You got to get here, man. Just get around the association. Just get here.